Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Brittany. I'm so glad that you stopped by. Today I have for you 3 easy Valentine's craft that you can make on a super low budget. All 3 of these crafts only costed me about $15 total to make. So any budget, any skill level can do these. So let's go ahead and get started. So for the first one, I have this wooden crate box that I actually got at Walmart. It was about, I think it was $1.98, and I'm just gonna put a coat or 2 of white paint all over it. They did make one or sell one at Walmart that was already white and had this sort of distressed look, but you know, your girl can paint, so I just didn't see spending like $12.98 on one that was already done when I have white paint and I have a paintbrush. So just gonna do this part myself. So once I have applied a few coats of white paint, I just sat this floral block that I picked up at the dollar store down there. I did paint the sides of that white so that you wouldn't see. And then I have this love sign that I picked up at Walmart. This was also $1.98. And I'm just gonna apply super glue all over this. Lots of glue so that we know it will stick. And I'm going to place it at a very slight angle on the outside of the crate. And then I picked up a bunch of white and red roses and baby's breath at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to start placing these in here as I want them to be displayed. I do have a pair of wire cutters handy here that I'm using to help get the flowers the length that I want them. I will definitely say that if you want to be trimming down these flowers, that you will need wire cutters because it's really hard to do with just scissors. So we're just going to keep placing these flowers in here. I also added some red hearts on little picks, and this is the finished product. I loved how this one turned out. It's probably my favorite. For the next one, I have this wooden block here that I actually just had on hand, but you can of course, pick these up at Hobby Lobby or even Walmart for super affordable. So I'm just applying a coat of pink paint to the entire front and sides. I think I end up doing about 3 coats of this paint to make sure that none of the wood shows through. And then I'm just going to take this sign that I picked up at the dollar store and remove the "This Is Us" wooden heart off of the metal backing and set the metal backing aside. We won't be using that in this project. After I have all the coats of paint on this wooden block, we're just going to go ahead and seal it with a coat of polyacrylic, just to make sure that none of the paint chips or anything like that. And this is a matte finish polyacrylic. And while that dries, I decided that I wanted the wooden heart to stand out a bit more against the pink wood. So I'm going to go ahead and outline the entire heart in white. And then the final step for this, once the polyacrylic is dry, is just to attach the heart with a bunch of hot glue to the center of the wood piece. So I'm applying lots and lots of glue because I want this to stick. And then I'm just going to hold it and press it for a few seconds to make sure that it adheres. And this is the finished product. I added it to the back of the wall in our kitchen. For the final one, I have another wood plank here. Oh, my brush broke. That I had on hand, and I'm just going to start by applying a coat of white paint to the entire thing. So after I have applied 2 coats of white paint and a layer of polyacrylic and let it dry, we are going to go ahead and start hand sketching out what we want our sign to say. So this sign is going to say, "I love you more than coffee," and I did choose to hand write it just to keep this as low budget as possible. But you could always print a stencil with a Cricut or buy some stencils and do it that way. I just chose to do this project this way this time. I've been hand stenciling things as a way to challenge myself recently. I did it with a sign at Christmas time, and I would say that I'm gaining more confidence. This one did turn out pretty well. I did have to erase a word one time and sort of just move it over. But that's why you use a pencil, right? So that you can erase. So yeah, we're just going to keep on sketching this out. is all stenciled out. That in the more will be covered up when we fill in the letters, so no worries about that. And then I'm actually going to use permanent markers to fill this in. We are going to cover this with a sealant, so you really won't even know that it was marker. You could use a paint pen or whatever, but this is what I had on hand. And again, was trying to keep this project very low budget so that anybody could accomplish it. So we are just going to keep coloring in all of the letters, and then we will be ready to add the glitter. Once we have it all filled in the way we want it to be and we have let it dry for a while, we are going to give it a nice thick coat of Mod Podge. This is in a, I think it's in a glossy finish, and we're going to let it dry before we start adding our glitter. So to do this, I am just taking Mod Podge and a small paintbrush and like painting over the word coffee and then sprinkling glitter over it. It is really that simple. I wanted to do this as a way just to add a little extra something to the sign. Oh, I made a mess with glitter. And I think I accomplished that with the end product. So yeah, I'm just going to keep adding glitter to the coffee word, and then we are also going to outline the word love in glitter as well. This one I think turned out awesome as well. I thank you guys so much for coming and spending some time with me today. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in my next video. I hope this gave you lots of inspiration. Bye guys.